In the dense undergrowth of a single backyard, a universe unfolds beneath our feet, a realm where every grain of soil is a mountain and every fallen leaf a towering skyscraper. This is the world of the ants, a civilization built not of concrete and steel, but of living bodies and unwavering instinct. To step into their domain is to witness a society so organized it puts our own to shame, a complex web of tunnels, nurseries, and graveyards all carved from the earth. Each ant is born into a rigid caste system, a biological destiny from which there is no escape. The queen, a silent egg-laying engine, sits at the heart of the colony, her sole purpose to perpetuate the endless cycle. Around her the workers toil, a tireless sisterhood of foragers, builders, and nurses, each one driven by a scent, a chemical code that dictates every move, every decision, every sacrifice. A single ant is an insignificant speck, easily crushed, easily lost. But a colony is a superorganism, a single living entity made of thousands of separate parts. When a scout discovers a crumb of sugar, a pheromone trail is laid, a liquid highway that guides its sisters directly to the prize. In minutes, a single morsel becomes a coordinated assault, a line of tiny, armored soldiers marching in perfect lockstep. This order is not born of peace, but of constant, unseen war. Beneath the soil, rival colonies clash in silent, brutal conflicts. Soldiers with massive, crushing mandibles lock in combat, grappling and tearing at each other until one side is overwhelmed. The battlefield is a writhing mass of legs and antennae, a silent scream of chemical aggression that decides the fate of future generations. They are master architects, engineers who need no blueprints. Underground, they carve intricate networks of chambers and galleries, complete with ventilation shafts that control the humidity and temperature. Some species farm aphids, herding them like cattle, milking them for sweet honeydew. Others practice slavery, raiding nearby colonies to steal the pupae, raising the young of their enemies as their own servants. The life of a worker ant is one of endless toil, a brutal marathon from the moment it emerges from its cocoon. It will spend its days foraging for food, defending the nest, and tending to the queen's endless brood. There is no rest, no retirement, only the mission until the very end, a life lived entirely for the colony, a sacrifice to the greater whole. When death comes, it is both swift and practical. A fallen ant is not mourned. It is recycled. Its body is carried to the colony's graveyard, a dedicated chamber where it decomposes, its nutrients return to the earth that feeds the colony. In this world, waste is an unknown concept, and even death serves a purpose in the endless cycle of survival. Their communication is a silent symphony, a language of scent, touch, and vibration. A single tap of antennae can convey a warning, a message of food, or a call for war. They can taste their enemies and recognize their sisters from across a leaf. Their entire world is a chemical tapestry, a reality we can hardly perceive, let alone understand. When disaster strikes, they do not panic. If a flood threatens the nest, they link their bodies together, forming a living raft that floats on the water's surface, carrying the queen to safety. When a fire sweeps through a forest, they will ball up into a massive sphere, rolling away from the flames, the outer layers sacrificing themselves so the inner core can survive. And so, as the sun sets and casts long shadows over the grass, the ant world continues its tireless rhythm. A billion tiny legs march on, a testament to a power that doesn't need individual strength, but perfect, unwavering unity. They are the true masters of the earth's soil, a silent empire that will outlast us all, thriving in the quiet, orderly chaos of the insect world.